Hi guys, Enelea Sims here. Welcome or welcome back. Have you ever looked at pre-made homes in The Sims 2 and thought about how you would have built or decorated it in a different way? Well, today I teamed up with Westanime Sims and Barbie and Ken to bring you these three options for inspiration. First up, Calvin from Westanime Sims will showcase his Goth Mansion.
Hello, this is Kelvin from Westanime Sims. How are you doing? So, this is the house I built based on the question Elena posted, as if you can recreate the Goth household house from scratch, what will it look like? So I took it as a challenge and I built this house. So this house is actually inspired by the Sims 1 version of the Goth family house, which is the 5 sim lane in the iconic 5 sim lane, the very first version. So what we will see here is I actually expanded it because the Goth family has been pretty much more richer, and 25 years has passed. Definitely an extra family member, another son, definitely need more space. And yeah, the layout, the original layout is, here's the original photos as I will show you in the screen. So let's check out what are the changes I've done before this. So this is the house that I built. So Goth family definitely needs to lean into the Goth aesthetic, the Gothic mansion. So I did expanded the house to have a wraparound porch. I've been wanting to do a wraparound porch for quite some time, but I just don't have the opportunity or the space to have it. So since this one is really fitting for a wraparound porch, so I definitely have it to go all the way around the house. So the iron fence is definitely the Sims 2 version, and the outside is definitely leaning towards the Sims 2 version of the house. As also the Sims 1, they do have the shingle wall texture at the outside, and I did the mansard roofing over here, and then all around the house. I definitely included a tower at the corner of this house to give a nice Gothic Victorian feel. At the back here, we have some nice gargoyles and some ivy growth I added later. I also included the fountain over here, which they did have a fountain in the Sims 1 version, but it's a smaller version. So in this house, they're gonna have this fountain from open for business, and this part is supposed to be the graveyard, but I just leave it empty for the Goths to include their tombstones if they decided to move in. Let's check out the inside of the house. The layout is almost the same as the 5 sim lane version. So this one is where the piano sits. The fish tank is supposed to be beside the piano over here, but I move it to over this side. So because I have small space, I expanded a bit further out. Sofas over here, nice. And the bookcase is supposed to be here. I move it all the way on the other side. This is supposed to be actually Mortimer and Bella's bedroom previously, but I move it and become a little study and TV room. I move the Bella's and Mortimer's bedroom to upstairs to give a nice space. So move into over here. This is where the bathroom originally is, with the green tiles and the bathtub and the sink. This is where the kitchen's supposed to be, but I move it to become the dining room area because originally they eat outside here. which is kind of weird for a Goth family house to eat their dinner outside. But that was the time that we have kitchens over here, but they don't have enough space for a dining table, so they have to eat on outdoors. And then I expanded the space out to the back, so to include the kitchen over here. Very Mediterranean, very Tuscan-like. A nice little chandelier on top. Now let's move upstairs. Okay, this area is supposed to be Cassandra's bedroom because in the Sims 1 version, once you move upstairs, it's directly where it is. This Cassandra's bedroom is over here. The bed and everything is directly in here. But I decided to change this into a hallway, and then I put Cassandra's bedroom over here since she has grown to develop her gothic style. So she has this red and black bedroom with posters, with gothic emo bands, horror movie posters, a little dainty dolls for her first of all, give a little feminine touch. Over here is where Alexander sleeps. So Alexander actually inherited most of the family's Cassandra stuff. You can see the dollhouse is still here, and Alexander has a penchant for a little bit sci-fi stuff and then a little bit kiddie stuff along the way with robots. He does like to play the violin, a little computer on his ear. And yeah, that's Alexander's room. And here is where Bella and Mortimer sleeps. Definitely we have the Bella portrait over here. He gave homage to who is actually owning this bedroom. Don't have a lot of pictures to put in, but I think that's good enough. Closet, and also we have an ensuite bathroom since we have extra space. A bathtub and toilet with a mirror. So yeah, so this is my version of the Goth family house. If I recreated it in The Sims 2, definitely using Sims 1 has an inspiration and expanded on it since they have 25 years has passed, so a huge major renovation has done, extended to become more Goth-like, and I think Sims 2 EA should have hired me in the beginning to build the Goth house instead of using what we have in The Sims 2 by default, which is totally different from the Sims 1 version. And yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And see you in the next video. Bye bye!
Well, that was fabulous. I really enjoyed the fact that Sims 1 inspired this mansion, and I think it's beautifully built and so well brought together. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Barbie and Ken's showcase of their Goth Mansion.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Yeah, you've got Barbie, you've got Ken, and you've got The Sims 2. This is the Goth household with a special Greco-Roman twist.
So guys, we wanted to do something a little different. It's our rendition of the Goth house. I know it's a little, it's definitely a lot different than the original Goth
Just
house.
slightly different. I mean, if you just pointed me to this house and said, what kind of house is this? I would say that's the Goth household for sure.
For sure.
Look at it. I mean, look at it.
So, yeah, I think both Ken and I like that Greco-Roman style. So that was what we went for, with a kind of dilapidated, not too much dilapidated, more like not taken care of the past few years.
Just a bit overgrown. That's all. Look, Mortimer's
brown grass.
Bro, Mortimer's had a lot on his plate. Give the guy a break.
Give him a break.
Come on. He's not going to be out there mowing the lawn in his short shorts in the hot summer heat. He's going to be inside thinking about Bella and, considering all of his life choices and peeking through a telescope from an open air veranda.
And what about all the pools, Ken?
Well, I especially like these pools that are right by the street. Who doesn't want to go for a quick lap in the morning next to a school bus picking up Alexander for school?
And we got lots of statues because that's...
Why not? Why not? Everybody loves a good statue.
Everyone loves a good statue.
I like these maids, these
fair maidens.
They're forlorn maidens.
They are forlorn.
Overlooking you as you approach this beautiful structure that we call the Greco-Roman Goth household.
Okay, let's kind of start giving a tour of the outside, and then we'll go inside and kind of go into more detail.
Well, first tell me about these giant mushroom, these ornate mushroom structures in the front yard.
Well, these are not only for decoration, but they are also for seeing if you can harness energy from alien life from the heavens above.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, so they're actually energy portals is what these are.
Okay, I am into this already. Now we're talking, baby. I need some of that alien energy.
It's plasma. They collect. Mortimer collects plasma because he is a retired mad scientist, and that's my backstory for this. Also, these Pegasus up here, they also help shoot off laser beams to ward off aliens. Just in case.
Yeah, so you want to take the energy from the aliens, but you have the Pegasus or Pegasi? What is the plural of Pegasus?
Oh, definitely Pegasi.
Pegasi. You have Pegasi warding off the alien attacks because they're absolutely going to recognize who's taking their energy. They're going to be totally ticked off. They're going to come down and they're going to say, Mortimer, what in the heck are you doing right now? Give me that energy back from your mushroom portals.
Or we are going to totally take a dip in this pool with these cool big square bushes.
This bush pool.
Bush pool.
Now that looks like a place to take a couple of laps around the bushes.
Yes, sir. With some more statues.
Some more fair, forlorn maidens.
Yes.
Delicately covering their breasticles.
And then we head over here because Cassandra is supposed to be marrying Dawn at their other house. So I thought we would set up another spot for that. So we have the wedding all set up with the buffet. And
now that looks like a nice place for a lion who doesn't want to eat an unsuspecting victim, but would rather indulge his taste for buffet food. This is where you go. This is almost like Cece's Pizza, I might take us to Cece's Pizza for a moment.
It's a slightly higher class than Cece's Pizza.
Slightly less elegant than a Cece's Pizza, but in that same vein, certainly.
And then,
what's going on back here? What is this?
This is the graveyard with an Aztec ruins twist.
Oh, good. Okay, so we have Aztec hints along with our Greco-Roman style. So
yes.
We're from two different continents here. I really like this. From the Mediterranean Sea to the beautiful mountains of South America.
With this graveyard holds some dear beloved family members. So I don't know. Who knows? They could be from all over the world. Their heritage.
They imported their deceased relatives to rest peacefully in this this international graveyard.
Okay, let's start on the first floor.
Take me inside. Let's go see what's going on. Wow, look at that grass.
So you enter in, And then we got these cool stone staircase to the upstairs. But we'll start over here. We went with a study. So
yes, Mortimer. This is where the magic takes place in Mortimer's life.
With the chest set up.
Oh yeah, now that you're talking my language. If you don't know, many listeners might not know, but yours truly, Mr. Ken, I love to play me some chess.
He's really good, you guys. I don't know anything about chess, and he's tried to teach me.
I tried to teach her the Barbie gambit. It's not a real gambit, but I made it up.
And I don't understand anything that's going on. He's let me play on his account before and then quickly regretted it because I messed up his score pretty badly.
Yeah, I probably should have let you play unrated, but that's okay. I love the study over here, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't really know what style you would call this. It's kind of like man cave meets I don't know, some more Greco-Roman meets a little bit of a Gothic style.
This is totally Mortimer, though, dude. This has Mortimer written all over it.
I think so. And then we'll go over here, and then we have the dining hall with the big cool queen on the wall.
Overlooking you as you have spinach stuck between your teeth.
And then we head into the kitchen.
Wow. All right.
So,
this is a selling point for me.
Yeah?
This is a selling point. The
like
kitchen looks amazing. I see the coffee pot over there. The attention to detail. Very beautiful.
And so with this, I don't know. I thought the stone floor looked kind of cool with the stone walls.
Oh, absolutely.
But kind of kept it like old school looking. I also added a wedding cake for the wedding. And there's a pie. Then we'll head over here.
Wait, is this pie cooling on the windowsill? Hold on. Just a fair warning for anyone who hasn't heard my PSA about cooling pies on a windowsill. Please, for the love of all that is good, do not cool your pies on your windowsills because your neighbors are at risk of smelling the beautiful wafting scents of the pie, and they will begin to float through the air towards the pie.
Through this window.
Yes. And your neighbors are all Looney Tunes characters, and they will float through the air at the smell of the pie and run into the window. They will, and
that's just so rude.
Yes, so please just keep this in mind. If you take anything away from this presentation, please do not cool your pies on a windowsill.
Yes, yeah. That's
your neighbors will thank you.
Oh, I forgot to add. There is a little guest half bath downstairs because you need an extra toilet. Always you need an extra toilet, especially if you're entertaining guests.
Yeah. If there's anything I know about, it's that you need an extra toilet at all times. So yeah, that very good, nice addition.
Okay, and then through the kitchen you can enter this, like, it's not really a sunroom because there's not really windows on it. So
it's a fun room.
Yes, it's a fun room. With
Who needs a sunroom
plants.
when you have a fun room? But I like the stained glass in here too. This is a nice touch.
Awesome. Another kind of man cave style, like, living room.
Listen,
where you watch
Mortimer,
TV.
my man needs multiple man caves.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
he's been through a lot. He needs a big stereo back there in his man
with
cave
his favorite
with
records.
his big scary wooden door. He needs these things. He's been through a lot. Cut the guy some slack here, you know?
So I guess it also has like hints of medieval castle.
Yes,
Sort of. You know, I mean, that goes with Greco-Roman Aztec style.
Yes, so this is really like an interdimensional, time-traveling, intercontinental man cave, bear skin castle rendition of the Goth house. So,
Do you want to see upstairs?
you know I want to see upstairs. Let's get up there.
All right. So we got a cool, like, open concept. So when you're, like, standing upstairs, you can see the entryway. You can see through the big windows. We got a cool, like, brick, whitewashed, what would you call that? Like a railing.
Yeah, there we go, a railing.
And then, so up here, this is like the office. I thought Mortimer needed his own office space.
Of course he does. Yeah, he needs and I hope you have another man cave for him too, because I just, I want my man Mortimer to be comfortable.
Yes.
On all levels of the house.
We got his cool old school computer.
Man.
His boomer computer.
That takes me back.
Yeah, that's
dude.
like that is my favorite computer in the Sims 2 game. I'm like, I want a monitor like this.
Oh yeah,
I
the
want
giant
a big chunky
that
monitor.
thing that weighs like 1,000 pounds.
But they would last a lifetime.
Oh yeah,
They're
I'm sure
built
that
to
there are
last.
still 1,000-pound computer monitors, like HP, Hewitt Packard
like my
computer monitors that are
Grandpa
still.
has one, maybe.
Oh yeah, I bet your grandpa still has one, and it's probably still kicking.
Yep. Yes. And then with this office, I thought we went going for some nice pineapple wallpaper to make it kind of tropical to match the rest of the vibe
Yeah,
of this
well, that's
house.
Mediterranean. It's probably got some. I'm sure there's some pineapples growing around in the Mediterranean, so that's just fine.
Okay, and then so to the left of that, you'll enter into his room. He has a cool, like,
Velvety
gothic,
plush.
velvety plush bed with pictures. I think that's supposed to be Bella.
It's definitely Bella. Look at her. I could recognize that face anywhere.
So
Oh man,
he
poor
can
guy.
he can reminisce about her.
Yeah.
So his room is pretty small, but I thought because there's so many other cool living spaces, he doesn't spend a lot of time in the bedroom anymore, obviously, with his wife being gone. There's
Yeah,
really
and
not
I mean, come on, this is a hosting house. You're
Yes.
only going in the bedroom to sleep, and that's only for a couple of hours a night, because the rest of the time you've got people over here enjoying the swimming pools by the street and enjoying the buffet and reminiscing down memory lane in the graveyard.
very true.
Yeah,
He
this
does
is a
have a-
hosting house.
His bathroom is almost the same size as his room, so. Which, I mean, honestly, if I was to build a house, I would rather my bathroom be bigger like this. Like, I live a giant bathroom.
Oh yeah, I
Like
love to sleep in the bathroom, so you might as well just move my bed into the bathroom. That way I can pop up, hit the toilet, hit the shower anytime.
All right, and then we'll go over to the, I guess if you're walking upstairs, to the right, and then we have Cassandra's bedroom. She also has a pretty small room, but she has a large balcony that she can overlook the cool yard.
And check out that telescope, baby. Come
Yeah,
on.
she's
We're
got-
checking out Neptune with that sucker.
She's got the cool telescope to look at the stars and collect plasma from their plasma collectors.
Yes.
She has also a pretty large bathroom with her closets in there, so she can get ready in her bathroom. You go down the hall, and little Alexander's bedroom's down here. It's pretty small too, but we included his toy box, and he has a spot to read. He has his own bathroom too. He probably has the smallest bathroom of them all.
That's okay. He's the smallest one of them all.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Okay, and back over to Mortimer's office. There is a spiraling staircase.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is, you want to spin all the
Oops.
way. Oh, we're going the wrong way.
Let's go up.
There we go. Now, here's what I'm talking
So
about.
you come out here, and you walk down here, and there's a cool look-off spot.
There we go. This is the veranda of my dreams with a
Yes.
telescope to peer into the stars.
The dream veranda.
Wow, this is actually incredible. I love this house.
So, yeah, this is it, and this is our rendition. Do you have any final words or thoughts, Ken?
Yes, of course. You know I have some final words and thoughts. I always do. First of all, I just want to thank Enelea and Westanime Sims for doing this awesome collaboration. These are two amazing simmers. We love these guys.
Yes, I love
and
them.
I also love Plasma.
Okay.
Yes, I love Plasma. I am
Plasma?
a plasmoid being. And I also love Pegasi.
I love Pegasi too. Look at this one, is floating.
I think they're all somewhat floating, aren't they? See, yeah, this is
plasma technology, you guys.
Yes.
This is technology of the other dimensions.
Yes, this is supernatural in nature.
Yes.
This is paranormal.
Which I feel like matches the Goth family.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
They're
Mortimer will feel right at home.
supernatural. He
Yeah.
will.
Oh yeah. They're not supernatural. They're supernatural.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
the distinction.
Exactly. I hope you guys learned something cool from this this build today
Yes, you can
with our
keep
scientific minds.
you can keep every bit of knowledge that you have acquired from this presentation for free from us to you.
Yes. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Love y'all.
We love y'all.
Later.
Well, isn't this a creative perspective? I would have never thought of trying something like that, but it works. I think it's a lovely idea. Well done, and thank you for that. Now, for my take on the Goth Mansion, I stuck to my perception on the beloved characters that form part of this family. Let's take a look at the exterior first, and I will give you the details of my thought process. Looking at the exterior, I stuck with the grey colour that, in my mind's eye, I associate with the Goths. I also kept their cemetery in the backyard, since I really find this kind of synonymous with the whole creepy setup that they've got going. It just adds to the spookiness of the house. And of course, usually when you load into Sims 2, Cassandra's wedding is all set up and ready. So I did the same, and I used some custom content, that's very true, for this, but I just couldn't imagine not loading into the Goth Mansion and having a wedding all set up. I added a lot of extra balconies to my version of the house because I just felt like it added some interesting architecture to a 3-story home that could look bland if it didn't have ample balconies. And I also think that Bella would have wanted a balcony where she would be able to look out with her telescope at the sky. So I added that in specific place where she has not the best telescope, because that's why she couldn't get abducted from her own veranda or her own balcony. She needed to go to Dawn, who had the better one. I also kept the back exit to the garden, like they have in the original home, and I kept a tower for them because I feel like that really fits their home. And then I also added a balcony on the side of the home. I feel like they would have lots of people working at the mansion. Having the amount of money that they do, I just simply think that Mortimer would need to have lots of staff to keep this mansion in the good shape that he wants it to be. And, Bella doesn't strike me as a career woman herself, more like someone who hosts lots of social events and things like that at home, while Mortimer is busy with his science career and his research, and therefore I just think that they would need all these staff members. So I added some deco sims. I took the liberty of doing that, and you will see plenty of gardeners, maids, butlers, footmen all around the property. Something that the Goth Mansion originally doesn't have is a garage, and it definitely doesn't have cars. But obviously, when Sims 2 came out, nightlife was not a thing yet, and so there was no cars around. I added in a garage for them, and I also added 2 very expensive cars that I think Mortimer would enjoy having, and he might even have a chauffeur driving them around, a special driver. I'm sure he would have something like that. So these are his darling cars. And next to that, I have a special room where he has some plants that cannot handle the outside weather changes, and then also an area where he could grow some vegetables, or perhaps even something that he uses in experiments. So I added a greenhouse to the home. And then, of course, here at the back, we have the cemetery and some seating areas in the garden, and everything's set up for the wedding. All right, so I think we can look at the interior of the home now. The property is properly fenced, and then you have stairs leading up to the front door. And I created a foyer, which looks very formal, has a footman waiting there for your beck and call to take your coat. I used some serious looking wallpaper on the walls, and I have an expensive looking painting and plants. The walls are covered in wood paneling, and there's also a cupboard for all the coats for all their guests. And next to that, we have a door leading to a bathroom, a guest bathroom that I'll show you in a few minutes. From here, we get a formal sitting room. Now, since the original Goths didn't have a television or any real electronics in their home, I also didn't add them a television. I stuck with that kind of idea from the lore, and I just added them a fireplace, very formal looking, with some nice art. I think Mortimer would have an eye and appreciation for art. Might be why he invites Darren over from time to time. And then I also have a nice decorative mirror, some glasses that's set up for if someone comes over and you want to offer them a drink, and some beautiful flowers, a nice chair, and some more art. Let's take a look at the guest bathroom over here. I stuck with a palette of white, red, and black. I thought that looked pretty dramatic and kind of suited their style, the Gothic style. Then from here we have some more art, as well as doors leading out to the backyard. Now, the living room originally in the house is separated, and there is an archway to it. Here I placed the piano and 2 chairs in a separate area, but it's actually all open plan. We have stairs leading up next to it, and I have the piano and a seating area where you can sit and enjoy that. And I also have some dramatic looking drapes. If you look through the kitchen door's glass, you can see one of the servants is coming out with some tea on a tray. She's obviously ready to give this to some guests, perhaps, or the man of the house. Another door leads to the kitchen on this side of the stairs. I stuck with a green color scheme for the kitchen, some warm wood tones, and I thought this looked lived in with a cookie jar, but still very formal. The Goths strike me as very formal people, as if everything should always be in place and ready and neat. That's always the impression I got from them. Mortimer strikes me as a no-nonsense type of person. Here we have area to do the dishes. There's windows all around, covered with some green blinds, coffee machine, fridge that's covered in dark wood, and there's the tea ready to go out. So yes, this is the type of kitchen I would associate with them. If you go through the arch on the other side, I stuck with a green palette once again, taking inspiration from the original house in Sims 2 for the dining room, but I combined it with a old gold and creamy color. I also have a staircase leading out from here. I can't stand it when Sims get stuck on stairs, so I love adding more than one staircase. So this is obviously set up for when you have people over. I think Bella would have always liked to have some company over. There's a bar. There's a buffet table for the guests. And then also some art against the wall. Some more art. And here we have their trusty butler. Another deco sim. I love using deco sims, what can I say? Just to set the scene. Now, if you go up with these stairs, you reach a hallway with some very dramatic drapes. And there's another staircase leading up. Some very expensive rugs. And a doorway to a small bathroom that only has a toilet and a basin in some warm tones. Then you have two doors. The first one leads to Cassandra's bedroom. Now, in the original house, her bedroom was yellow, and players are always saying she must like yellow. So I decided to stick with this sunshine color that I also enjoy, and to go in that direction with her bedroom, as well as some warm wood tones. She has a cupboard, built-in cupboard, some black and white pictures, bookshelf, drawing desk, and some doors leading out to a lovely balcony that she can cover with drapes, as well as a chess table. I think it's a nice room to stay in, and there's some plant area to paint and look outside, and some chairs where she could have someone over and relax. If you go through the other door, you reach the main master suite, and this would be Mortimer and Bella's room with a nice ensuite warm-toned bathroom. Very luxurious looking. And for their bedroom, I stuck with the burgundy-ish color as inspiration that you find their bedroom in, but I did change out the bed. I like the idea of having some drapes around it. Of course, Bella's picture needs to be in the bedroom. There's plenty of art. And yes, it is custom content. A lot of it is. Some books that you can read. And their cupboard with some nice mirrors. They also have a chess table in their bedroom, and I added some butterflies on the wall as a little nod to the sciencey interest that Mortimer has. They also have a small balcony out from their bedroom. There's not much going on it. It's more to air the room, I would say. And then a small desk, some flowers, and some more art. Also a gothic looking mirror. And then if you take the other stairway up, the one from the living room, there are some doors out to a balcony with a little bench and a pot plant where you can also sit and look out over the peaceful back garden. But as you come up from the stairs, you find a mysterious bookcase. If you were to choose the correct book, you would end up in a secret office owned by Mortimer. So this is blue and warm wooden tones, some books and documents where Mortimer does his work, uninterrupted. Across from that, there's a door leading to Alexander's bedroom. So Alexander's bedroom has some toys and some pictures of his, and a little area where he can sit down and study or do his homework. Also a clock on the wall, some of his hats. He has an area where he can sit and relax with a good book. He likes reading. There's his cupboard, his bed, and he has a few things to entertain himself there. And since he's very interested in space, he has a rug that reflects that, as well as some posters that look very educational in nature on the wall, because Alexander doesn't have time for jokes and nonsense. He's being pushed by his father to be very serious and to learn and study. He is in a private school after all, so that's also very important. Then you can go up with either one of the staircases on the side, and you would reach the top floor. So on this side we have the family laundry room in a dramatic black, silver and white. Some laundry is already folded and ready to be packed away by the many servants in the house. This is a guest bedroom with a bunk bed in black, grey, mustard and old gold. There's an exercise bike. You can paint there. And then there's a cupboard, chair where you can sit and relax. Lovely, but it has no windows. So perhaps a guest would stay over there, but just for a short time. It also has an ensuite bathroom, which is lovely in some warm, luxurious tones. On the opposite side of that hallway, there's a small bathroom with just a toilet and a basin. And then if you use the other staircase, you come into a squarish area where you can sit and relax, have a chat with someone. And there's two sets of doors out on two different balconies. One with some potted plants, and the other one where Bella enjoyed looking at the stars through the telescope. Excellent view. Now in the original home, they have things stored away in the attic. I didn't quite want to forget about that, so I have an area that has some doors that lead out onto a balcony with some plants here, and it also has a bathroom with a shower and bath combo, but it has storage, and I've used some custom content empty boxes and packed boxes, and it's supposed to have the maid over here sorting out a few things or dusting off and perhaps adding a few things. It's mostly children's things, some old clothing, things that the family might not need right now but don't quite want to get rid of, and it's there in the top. Perhaps Cassandra asked the maid to take a look at some baby things, because we know that as soon as she marries Don, she usually wants a baby. So perhaps she thought she might be able to use some things from there that she really liked and would like to use again. If she doesn't want brand new things, but things that belong to her or her brother, that's special and near and dear to her. So yes, this is my version of the Goth Mansion. It's huge, I know, but I really enjoyed building it, and I really think that it could be improvements on the original one, because the original one often feels like it's a bit empty to me, and they just don't have enough drapes and paintings to my liking. The story that I always go with is that it's opulent and there's no end to their money, and they're very classy, even though they are a little bit on the quirky side. I view them as very classy people, and yeah, I gave my own take on this, but I tried to stay true to the type of trees and plants that I associate them having in their garden and the color schemes that they usually have in their home. And I hope that you guys will think that this is an accurate enough representation of it. I cannot really put this house up for download because it's so full of custom content. I wouldn't know where to start to link everything that I used in here. But I had a fabulous time building it, and I really hope that you feel inspired by it and that you will create your own beautiful and amazing Goth Mansion. So thank you very much to Westanime Sims and to Barbie and Ken for joining me for this fun collaboration. It's always fun collaborating with other Simmers. I really had fun doing this, and I can see that they had fun doing this. So here you have 3 very different perspectives, and our aim is just to inspire you guys. Please let us know which elements you enjoyed most, and if you needed to make changes to one of the pre-made households, maybe the Goth Mansion specifically, what would you change? And is there anything over here that we did that would inspire you or made you think of different ideas that you didn't think of before? I sure hope that we were successful in that. As always, happy simming, be blessed, and thanks so much for joining us. Goodbye.